Now, ang first application ng derivative or calculus is yung calculation natin for slope. Remember na ang slope is rise over run. Pwede natin isulat yung rise as delta y and run as delta x. And yung delta na yan, pwede isulat as dy dx. So again, pag sinabing dy dx, first derivative of y with respect to x. So every time pala na diniderive mo yung y with respect to x, so you have y prime, nakukuha mo na yung slope. So again, ang application ng derivative, first derivative, is the calculation of slope. Now, recall lang natin yung concept ng slope. So ang slope, pag kinompute natin, pwede positive, negative, zero, or undefined. So ang ibig sabihin ng positive slope, ang inclination ng linya natin or graph is to the right. Negative slope, inclined to the left. Pag nag-zero yung ating slope or first derivative, ibig sabihin ng horizontal. Pag undefined, vertical. So ang palatandaan ko na pag zero, whether horizontal or vertical, is yung word na horizontal, meron siyang zero. So yun yung palatandaan ko doon. Para hindi ako nagkakamali. Okay, let's try problem number 1. Which of the following describe the first derivative at point A of the function shown in the figure? Now, yung ating point A, andi dito siya. So, kung titingnan mo yung point A at yung inclination niya, marirealize mo na yung first derivative, again, ang tinatanong, first derivative. Pag sabing first derivative, slope yun. So, ang slope ng point A natin, inclined to the right, so, ibig sabihin, positive. Okay, so answer dito, positive. Kung sakaling yung slope mo nandito or yung point mo andito, eh kung andyan yan, kaya ang sagot dapat, 0. Pero kung andito yung point mo, ang sagot naman dyan, negative. So, depende kung nasan yung point na tinatanong. So, kapag andito, again, inclined to the right, positive. Eh, pag nandito or kaya nandito, 0. So, depende sa graph. Pero kung andito, negative. So, that's it. So, positive, 0, negative, 0. So, tingnan mabuti kung at what point tinatanong yung first derivative. Again, ang first derivative is the slope. Let's say problem number 2. What if the slope of the graph y equivalent sa negative x squared at point 2, negative 4? So, we're very specific at this particular point. So, you have a parabola. So, ang tinatanong yung slope sa point na ito. So, again, pag sinabing slope, that is dy dx or the first derivative of the equation. So you have y equivalent sa negative x squared. So simply derive the equation with respect to x. So lalabas na yung dy dx. So ang derivative ng negative x squared is negative 2x. So again, yung part na ito na yung tinatawag natin na slope. So therefore, nagbigay ng specific point at x equivalent sa 2, makuha na natin yung slope at that particular point. So slope is equivalent sa negative 2. So palitan yung x ng 2. So the answer is negative 4. So this is our final answer. So answer should be negative 4. Okay? Now, kung ayaw nyo isolve siya mathematically, sir, medyo ayoko nang mag-derivative manual, pwede kayo magpatulong sa calcu kasi ang kailangan lang first derivative. So, kanina pa natin ginagawa yung first derivative. So, shift integral sign. Ilagay mo mismo yung equation. So, negative alpha x squared. And then, at x equivalent, so specific siya sa 2. So, dapat 2 yung ilalagay dito. So kung ayaw nyo ng manual derivative, pwede papindot yun sa calculus. Same answer, -4. That's it. Now again, kung nasan yung specific point, if you get the first derivative, nakukuha natin yung slope. So for this particular point, point A, ang slope niyan is positive. Habang tumataas, lumiliit yung value ng slope hanggang dumating siya sa pinakatuktok, which is nagiging horizontal. So pag yung linya horizontal, yung slope doon 0. Then after niya maging horizontal, magiging negative yan. So unti-unting lumiliit na value hanggang ma-reach niya yung baba, pinakababa na naman, horizontal line, slope niya 0. So if you notice, every time nakukuha mo yung pinakataas or kaya pinakababa, laging nagsisiro yung slope. Ang ibig sabihin ng slope, first derivative. So ganun yung concept ng maxima minima. You get the first derivative, i-equate mo lang sa 0 kasi nandoon parati yung maximum and minimum point. Elaborate ko pa siya. So to get maxima minima or the critical points, you get the first derivative, isi-set mo sa 0. Now, pag gusto mo naman makuha yung point of inflection, kasi yun yung point na kung saan magbabago yung concavity, ang concavity nito downward, tapos pagdating sa point of inflection, nagbago na yung concavity, naging upward. So yung point of inflection na sosolve yan, yan yung point kung saan nagbabago yung concavity. Para masolve mo yun, kunin mo yung second derivative. Then yun naman yung isi-set mo sa 0. Makukuha mo yung point of inflection. Now there are cases na yung x undefined. So pag yung x undefined, yung curve, wala siyang point of inflection. For example, you have a parabola. Walang point of inflection yun. Line. Walang point of inflection yun. So, etong cubic equation, meron. So, depende pa rin sa graph kung meron siyang point of inflection. Now, regarding naman sa maxima minima, paano ba nakikita yung maxima minima? Ipa-plot. So, pag plinat mo yung graph, by observation, makikita mo yung maximum point tsaka minimum point. Kaya lang kung mahirap siya i-plot or kaya ayaw mo siya i-plot, may paraan para malaman kung sino yung maxima or minima without plotting kahit hindi natin i-plot. So sir, paano ko siya gagawin? So ang gagawin natin to get maxima minima is you simply solve for the rate ng change ng slope. Ibig sabihin ng rate ng change ng slope, y double prime. So, once i-solve mo yung y double prime, i-substitute mo yung values ni x. Tapos, pag sinubstitute mo yung values of x sa y double prime, ang result lang yan, it's either positive or kaya negative. So, tatandaan mo yung ibig sabihin. What does it mean pag yung y double prime positive? What does it mean pag yung y double prime negative? So, please remember, ang positive y double prime, this is minima. Ang negative y double prime, yun yung maxima. So para hindi kayo malito or hindi nyo makalimutan, ako ang palatandaan ko doon, pag positive, parang nakasmile yung face. Pag negative, parang nakasad face. So doon ko siya tinatandaan. So kung ito yung tinitingnan kong graph, nasa baba yun, minimum. Kung ito yung tinitingnan kong graph, nasa taas ito, maximum. So in that way, naalala ko na positive, minima, negative, maxima. So those are the concept ng maxima minima. Ang kailangan na lang natin, sample problem. Now let's try to apply maxima minima in sample problem. Number 3, find the maximum value of y given this cubic equation. Y is equivalent sa x cubed minus 9x squared plus 15x minus 3. Now, diskartehan muna natin since may choices naman yung exam. So, i-test muna natin kung yung mga points na ito is part of the equation. Kasi mamaya naman pala, isa lang yung satisfied, pwede hindi tayo mag-solve. So, sometimes, nakakatulong talaga yung choices. For example, input ko yung original equation, alpha x cube minus 9 alpha x squared plus 15 alpha x minus 3. And then I will press calc. Magtatanong yun ng x. So I want to test yung 1. So pag nag-calc 1 ako, pag in-equal sign ko yan, lalabas yung value ni y. Pag ang lumabas dito 4, ibig sabihin, satisfied siya sa letter A. So try natin. Equal sign. Lumabas yung 4. Ibig sabihin, tama yung point A na to. Now, hindi naman porke tama yan. Yan yung sagot. Itetest pa natin yung lahat. So calculate. Try mo naman 5. Equal sign. Lumabas, negative 28. So satisfied din yung B. Calc 3. Equal sign. Negative 12. Satisfied din pala yung C. Calc 2. Negative 1. Satisfied din yung letter D. So in this case, ibig sabihin nun, lahat ng choices is part of the graph. So ang tanong na lang, sino yung maxima sa mga ito? So pwede mo siya i-plot, tapos makikita mo na yung maximum point, or kung ayaw mo mag-plot, use na tayo ng solution. Ayun yung tinuturo kanina. Okay, there are chances na pag nag-calc ka, isa lang satisfied. What if isa lang yung nag-satisfied? Kung isa lang yung satisfied, stop ka na dun. Automatically, that is the correct answer. Nagkataon lang, in this case, lahat is satisfied. So, depende yan sa choices. Anyway, since lahat is correct, part of the graph lahat, let's use yung tama or yung manual solution sa maxima minima. Again, ang maxima minima, you get the first derivative, iset mo sa 0. So, try natin. So, y prime is equivalent sa ang derivative ng x cubed, 3x squared, derivative ng 9x squared, so negative 18x plus 15. So, ginawa ko lang, dinerive ko lang yung equation. So, once ma-derive ko equation, iset daw yun sa 0. So, iset natin to sa 0. Now, pag sinet natin yan sa 0, you have quadratic equation. Now, ang quadratic equation para makuha yung roots, mode 5, 3. Quadratic equation yun. So, ang ilalagay lang mga coefficients. Okay, so sana kabisado natin mga Caltech. So, mode equation 5, quadratic 3. So, mode 5, 3. So, input ko yung mga coefficients. So, you have 3, negative 18, then positive 15. Equal sign. So, pag nag-equal sign ka, lalabas yung x1 tsaka x2. So, ang x1 mo is 5, ang x2 mo is 1. So, ibig sabihin, eto tsaka eto yung kailangan. So, obviously, mali na yung C tsaka D. So, yung isa dyan, sa dalawa na yan, maxima, yung isa dyan, minima. So, parehas na sa choices yung maxima, minima. Kaya lang, ang tanong talaga natin, specifically, maximum. So, para makapili tayo kung sino yung maximum sa dalawa na yan, kunin natin yung y double prime. So, tuloy mo lang yung derivative. So, y double prime is equivalent sa, so, from here, ito yung first derivative mo kasi, so, i-derive mo lang for the second time. So, i-derive mo to. 3x squared, so, ang derivative niyan, 6x. Okay, derivative ng 18x, negative 18. So, eto yung y double prime. So, dito natin malalaman kung sino yung maxima or minima. So, if x is equivalent sa 5, isolve mo yung y double prime. So, y double prime is equivalent sa 6 multiply sa 5 minus 18. So, ang y double prime is calculate. So, balik tayo sa mode 1. So, mode 1 para computation. 6 multiply sa 5 minus 18. So, this is positive 12. So, if x is 1, y double prime is equivalent sa 6 multiply sa 1 minus 18. So y double prime is equivalent sa 6 minus 18, negative 12. Again, we're looking for maxima. So sana naaalala natin. So pag may nakita kang positive, masaya yon, minimum. Pag may nakita kang negative, malungkot yun, maximum. So, ibig sabihin, ang magbibigay ng maximum is x equivalent sa 1. And then, para makuha yung y, calc ka lang. So, calc x equivalent sa 1 para makuha yung y. Ginawa na natin kanina yung pagkakalc dito. Nung kinalc natin to, tapos nag-calc 1 tayo, lumabas dun 4. Kaya hindi na natin siya uulitin. So, therefore, ang maxima pala is 1, 4. Problem number 4. Find the point of inflection of the curve y equivalent sa x cubed minus 6x squared plus 12. So, before we solve this, since may choices naman yung exam, ay i-test muna natin yung choices kung part siya ng graph. So, again, para ma-test, ikakalc lang natin. So, you write the original equation, alpha x cubed minus 6 alpha x squared plus 12. Then, calc. Itetest ko yung 0. So, calc 0, ang lalabas doon, positive 12. So, if x is 0, y should be 12. So, tama ito. So, therefore, mali na itong b. Kasi lumalabas if x is 0, b or y is 15. So, hindi pwedeng 15. Kasi ang sagot nga, pag yung x 0, y should be 12. So, nakapag-eliminate kagad tayo. Ay, mali na kagad yung b na yan. Okay, calc ulit tayo. Calc. If x is 3, y is negative 15. Hindi naman to negative 15. So, eliminated na rin to. So, mali na yung C. So, ganyan kaganda kung minamaximize natin yung choices. Calc ulit. Calc. If x is 2, y is negative 4. Ayun lang. Satisfied din yung letter D. So, using calc, nagkaroon kagad tayo ng 50-50 chance ng tama. Pero kung sakaling isa nga lang yung satisfied, 100% na yun yung sagot. Pero since dalawa yung possible answer, we need to continue our proper solution. So, malaking bagay na nakapag-eliminate na tayo ng dalawa. So, tuloy natin. So, we're looking for point of inflection. Ang concept nun, y double prime, equate mo sa 0. So, yun yung point of inflection. So, let's differentiate. So, first derivative, kunin natin. So, derivative ng x cubed, 3x squared. Derivative ng negative 6x squared, so negative 12x. Derivative ng 12, 0. Okay, so this is our first derivative pa lang. Kailangan mo second derivative. So, isa pa. So, second derivative, ang derivative ng 3x squared is 6x. Ang derivative ng negative 12x is negative 12. So, again, para makuha yung point of inflection, iset yung y double prime sa 0. So, lumalabas 0 is equivalent sa 6x minus 12. Shift solve, makukuha mo na yung x. So, you have 0. Pwede mo kang tignan na lang eh. So, 6x minus 12. Shift solve. Obviously, answer is 2. So, if x is 2, using our calculator, y is 2 cubed minus 6, 2 squared plus 12. Pero tinest na natin yan kanina eh. If x is 2, napatunayan natin yung y, negative 4. So therefore, ito yung ating coordinates. Ang point of inflection okay, is 2, negative 4. Okay, na nakuha mo yung 2 dito, pwede ka na mag-stop. Ito lang naman yung meron 2. Anyway, correct answer talaga, letter D. That's all. Okay, have a good day. God bless.